Hello, very good morning. This is Breakfast with Dan Walker and Louise Minchin.
I'll do a bit more gender equality for you.
Go on then.
OK, in Hollywood, Minnie the Mouse, would you believe, is finally due to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I thought she was going to suddenly get equal pay or something.
No.
I never thought I'd be celebrating for Minnie the Mouse.
Miss Piggy doesn't have one.
Miss Piggy?
No.
How could she have been left out?
Well, it's Kermit's got one. It's a disgrace.
That's very exciting, isn't it?
It's done incredibly well, yeah. And particularly, some of the temperatures have been like over 40 degrees. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in the papers. Do you know that if your nose is cold, colder than normal, that's a sign you're working too hard?
Is it?
Yes. And I think it's nothing that for those of you who are watching
research?
Both of you check your noses now.
No, but those
very,
who
very.
who
Mine is
haven't
very
got
cold.
me, I'm going early on this. Ready? Cold nose. You may be working too hard. Scientists say there's a link between mental overload and facial temperature. It is a sign of thinking too hard. In a study in which researchers used thermal imaging cameras.
That's amazing.
Sounds plausible.
Dan, that's literally one of my favourite bits of research you've ever picked out.
How's your nose this morning?
Yeah, how's your nose morning?
Remarkable scenes.
Oh, excellent.
Enjoyed that. I hope we're going to show that again later on.
I'm sure if you want to, we will, Dan.
Have you seen
Not worried about your legs.
If you look carefully, you know, if they score goals in the first half, then they know obviously they're going to get picked up by the cameras. 20-7. Good morning. Now there's a start warning today from the head of the British Army.
Thanks very much for joining us. And we know a lot of what General Sir Nick Carter is going to say today. What do you think are the key concerns? Can I just ask you one thing as well? Because we've talked, haven't we, about sort of the modern army and all the rest of it, forces on the ground. What about cyber, what's going on in cyberspace?
It's 6:45. You're waking up this morning. You'll notice it's a touch milder than it has been. In full detail for us. Good morning, Sarah.
Talk about winter kit now, I think, aren't we?
We are, yes, because you've got to dress for success. And only a couple of weeks now away from the start of the Winter Olympics.
In Stockport for us this morning, where athletes will be getting suited and booted over the next few days.
Look at that.
Outside in Westminster. Morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. So I guess what happens next, Chris?
The Foreign Secretary, Boris Johnson, will meet his US counterpart, Rex Tillerson, today in London for talks about Syria, Iran and Yemen. The garment, you don't want to get that caught in a ski pole, and it could cause a few issues, couldn't it, with guidance?
Yes.
Yes.
A tumble. They're brilliant, aren't they?
Temperature-wise, a little bit different.
We have got kit envy. Breakfast, Jane McCubbin is in Stockport for us this morning, where we can look at it all. A very good morning to you, Jane. You made that point about being a mum and still being embarrassed. You know, for young women who aren't mums as well. How do we get that message across?
People have been fabulous.
And I'm sure, as Louise was saying, you've had loads of messages, and we've had so many sent in this morning. And
we'll have full coverage here on BBC Breakfast because they're ahead of us in an hour, so actually it'll work quite well, won't it? A lot of results will be pretty much in our time. Piece of advice. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you all. You can watch it on iPlayer.
Yeah, that's it from us today. We should be back tomorrow from 6 o'clock, but have a lovely day. See you soon.